Wonderful Thanksgiving, and as usual, I'm going to do the technical setup while we wait for the game to load. All right, so as usual, I'm going to do the technical setup while we wait for the game to load. Update information. Actually, that looks pretty good. So we have Assassin's Creed Odyssey as a title here, and let me go like that. So I was wondering how everyone's Thanksgiving went. Actually, my Thanksgiving was really interesting. I found out, I remember I said that I don't know any Taiwanese, but I found out that I kind of know some, and some of the Taiwanese words I know are actually really good to know about, because for some reason when you say them, it sounds more like the word that you're saying than the usual American words. So it's kind of like with the Yiddish language, you know how like, oh, how do you describe Woody Allen? You can't just say nerd. It doesn't really capture who he is. But if you use a Yiddish word like nebbish, that kind of really describes him very well. So over the Thanksgiving, my mom was very obsessed with the Taiwanese mayoral elections, and she's very sympathetic towards the current mayor who's running for re-election. He's a cardiologist, and so he was going around in a parade getting votes, and he was standing up all the time, and it looked really uncomfortable because he's been like doing this nonstop for 8+ hours. And so the Taiwanese word for suffering, because if you say suffering, it doesn't really sound like suffering. You know, just as nerd doesn't really capture what nebbish is. So the Taiwanese word for that is gongko, and that actually really sounds like someone is suffering, because it's like saying ugh. It actually sounds like you're saying ugh. So throughout that parade, that's just really bad. So throughout that parade, they were playing the same two songs the whole time, and it got so repetitive. And I felt bad because both of the songs were really bad, and you feel bad about that because you cringe when you hear the music. However, two of his supporters wrote that song, so they really put their heart and soul into it. But it was real. There was like no harmony, no melody. It actually kind of sounded more like noise pollution more than anything. Oh, this is very. We're actually delving. So like my mom kept saying, "Oh, gongko," because she keeps seeing the Taiwanese mayor election. The Taiwanese mayor. Standing and waving, and you have to be energetic, and it looked really, really uncomfortable. And then I kept saying, gongko, because like I kept hearing those two pieces of music repetitively over and over and over again, and I did get a migraine headache because of that. So I like the word gongko, and during stream, I'm always uncomfortable. Mystical gamer, Mystical, I want to congratulate you. Oh, I think it's because of Thanksgiving. I was actually having, a lot of fun with my family and friends that I forgot to. Mystical, I wanted to do this because I want to congratulate you on getting your affiliation over the Thanksgiving. So it sounds like you had a really good Thanksgiving weekend, getting affiliation, the sub button, and then the only issue is that, yes, you have to work on the emotes, which is always hard if you don't have an artist friend. All right, so this is really interesting. So we are now jumping into gameplay immediately, Mystical. And so the leader is now vulnerable, and it says your target is currently one level above you. So I did some some grinding, come to find out the Athenian leader was only level 7 and I'm level 9. So I don't know why they kept saying, unless this is the wrong leader. And I wanted to feature this. So we want to kill this. We don't want to really kill this leader. We actually want to recruit the leader. So and the reason why you want to recruit the leaders, oftentimes these Athenian leaders and the Spartan leaders, they tend to... Oh, shoot. So we didn't do that well. We did assassinate him. He's completely dead. And I wanted to recruit him because he could have been one of the legendary lieutenants that you can recruit on your ship. Now, since I was doing some grinding, this one, I believe, was a bounty hunter that I recruited. So these are all bounty... Yeah, Tycheos is a bounty hunter. And we got Lidos the Lucky Drunk. But the stats weren't nearly as good as this, because I like the extra arrow damage. Okay, so Gonko is definitely one of the Taiwanese words I learned, and it really recalls like suffering, like, oh, Gonko. So while I'm streaming, since I had no sleep the past 4 days, I hope I can actually focus and really be on point. Now, the other Taiwanese word that I know is, we do this all the time, is shiki, and that actually means like you're dead, or someone killed you, and it actually does sound like death because it sounds like hissing of a snake. So I think the Taiwanese word shiki is a really good word to use while we're gaming, because we could say, oh, instead of saying desynchronized, because that doesn't really sound like, oh, you died, we could say, shiki. So I like those two Taiwanese words because they really sound like the words they represent. And now what we did right now is we're doing the family quest, which is the main storyline. We did everything that Stentor wanted us to do to help the Spartan cause. And so because we did that, he said, if we do all these things, if we weaken the Athenian position, then you could see your father. So now we're just reporting to Stentor. Now, the other thing I was wondering, so that's why I called today's stream Snoozy Sunday Streaming with Stentor, because we are going to do the Stentor storyline and meeting up with him again. But also because I hope I'm not too derpy today. Oh, no, this is Prince of Persia, the Blind King. That was one of the DLC I got from the box, and I put the code in. So that's kind of a special mission that you get if you buy a hard copy. And this is 577 meters away, so let's kind of use the horse. And what I was wondering, because I put down in one of my tags was like mental health, because I wanted to kind of discuss... The reality is like, oh, a lot of people say, oh, this family is very pathological because, they threw Cassandra to her death. Like, you don't throw your baby daughter off the cliff unless there's something really, really wrong with the family. But this is because this is during the culture, the Spartan culture. The fathers tend to have all the power, so whatever they say goes. And the elders have all the power, so the elder says you have to kill your baby daughter. You just have to do it. So, I mean, now in modern times, I'm like, oh, this is very pathological. But the interesting thing is that if I had to do family therapy with this family, it's actually really easy, ironically. And so that's the other thing I wanted to kind of talk about, using structural family therapy, how we can mend this family. But I wasn't sure if I would bore the chat. So the other issue that I was thinking is... Because the way streaming is in chat, I can't see your facial expressions. Like, I can't see if your eyes are glazing over as I'm talking about structural family therapy and mental health issues, because you just don't know. Whereas if you're talking with someone in person, you can kind of tell them if they're like spacing out, then, or if they say, oh, I'm kind of, let's, or they change the subject, you have context. Whereas with the streaming, you just have the chat, you just have people typing, and so you really can't get a sense of the person's facial expression. So you don't know if you're just kind of blabbing. Are you boring? Am I boring, chat? I have no clue. And when I watched my videos on demand, I can't tell if I'm interesting or not, because when you talk, you just find that you're interesting because whatever you say is compelling. So I have like no idea. I can't gauge whether this is boring you guys or interesting you guys. So I had this new command, and okay, so actually Todd told me about Todd, because I was telling Todd, my friend, about that issue, and he said bored now. And so, as you know, bored now is from Dark Willow from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which is my favorite TV show of all time, along with Wonder Falls. So Wonder Falls and Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And so if I'm like talking about structural family therapy and you all are like, oh my God, this is so tedious, then just type in exclamation board. Okay, so Mystical Gamer, I need to do a command for you. And Sir Charles, thank you for hosting. Okay, we're gonna talk with Stentor. So the way to deal with this family, the way structural family works, is you kind of scope out which member of the family has the most power. In this situation, it's Nikolaus. And so as a family therapist, I would say, well, Nikolaus, why are you throwing baby Cassandra off the cliff? I mean, of course, like in real life, we'll say, DHS. Does he need to be 302'd, committed? Do we have to call the police because this is conspiracy to murder? But like, let's say we're back in this time. And so then he'll say, well, that's the reason why we have to kill baby Cassandra is because, oh my God! Sir Charles, how's your Thanksgiving? I hope you had a really wonderful Thanksgiving. We're just talking about structural family therapy. If you get bored, everybody just put exclamation board, and then I know. Get the bit hype train. Thank you so much. But Charles, you really shouldn't give me that many bits. That's like so many, 500 bits. That's a ton, because you can only watch so many Prudential and Banana Republic ads before you become comatose. Oh, okay, so Mystical's doing a test stream today. So I had a really wonderful Thanksgiving. I found out that I actually do know some Taiwanese words. So we were kind of talking about saying gongko, which means suffering, suffering, suffering. And it actually sounds like you really are suffering when you say it. That's what I like. That's why I really like that word. It really captures the meaning of being in pain. So like it's during streaming, since I didn't get much sleep, and if one hair is out of place, and I'm going to say, gongko, gongko. And then every time when I die, instead of saying desynchronized or cart, which doesn't really sound like you died, I'm going to say, shiki. And shiki in Taiwanese means dead. So, yeah, so I really had a good Thanksgiving, and we're talking, okay, so, wait, we're not supposed to assassinate him. So, Charles, I had a really good time, like, watching the Taiwanese mayoral elections, even though it was gong code, because, like, the music, he played the same two supporters' music over and over and over again, and it was really torturous. Like, Duke Ellington would be rolling in his grave, because Duke Ellington would be like, wait, there's no harmony, there's no melodies, there's no structure, there's no phrasing, there's no, there's no understanding, speeding up time, slowing down time. It was bad. And so I was like, Gonko. Cyber Tiger. Oh, actually, this is kind of an old pop filter. I sometimes like the microphone moves around like this. And Cyber Tiger, how you doing? It's so good to see you on stream. I know it's like really early, and so everyone's like really sleepy. And actually, I think everyone really likes Domino, so I'm gonna just bring him up really quick. Oh no, he doesn't want to be carried. So I approached and he backed off. So I had a really good Thanksgiving with my mom. The Taiwanese mayoral election was actually very interesting. And we're talking about structural family therapy. So we then asked Nikolaus, instead of calling 911, because we can't do that back in the olden days, we had to say, Nikolaus, why do you keep saying that you want to kill baby Cassandra over and over and over again? And then he said, well, it's because of the elders are commanding me to do that. And then you realize, oh, wait, why do you have to listen to the elders? And then as like a structural family therapist, you're like, like, oh wait, so the elder actually has the most power. And then you can ask Nikolaos, well, if the elder says no, you actually don't, you really don't have to kill baby Cassandra, then what? Then Nikolaos would say, oh, of course, I don't really want to kill, I don't really want to kill my baby daughter, but this is the Spartan law that I have to follow. Then what you do is you kind of talk with the elders, trying to convince them to not. You have to kind of ask the elders, well, why do you keep saying that this baby has to be killed? I don't get it. I mean, you can't give the elders atypical antipsychotics because they didn't have that back then in the olden days. So obviously the elders are delusional. But I think because they're delusional, you can't really rationalize, like, you can't really convince them. And so what happens is that Cassandra gets killed. However, if you manage to somehow, let's pretend that we, oh, wow, Cyber Tiger, it's 6 o'clock in the morning. Okay, let's just talk with Stentor. And so let's kind of finish up. So if we actually convince like the elders to say don't kill Cassandra, then Nikolaos, this would not have happened. Nikolaos would have never killed Cassandra. Then the issue is that Myrene is not going to really trust Nikolaos because there's that issue, like you keep saying, I don't trust you around with the baby. And so all you have to do is you just do some exercises where you have Dad bonding with Cassandra. Well, see, you notice that Dad spends way too much time with Alexei. Myrene spends no time with Alexei. So you have mother-son outings where they kind of do things together, and then while they go out and do stuff together and bond, then you have Nikolaos and baby Cassandra having bonding time. And so then as both parents become equally involved with both of the kids, then you work on Myrene and Nikolaos' relationship and family therapy. So they're actually like really easy. I think for me as a family therapist, this family's like, because they actually have a lot of strengths. Like Nikolaos really does care about his family, and Myrene, even though she's a doormat, because all she does is she just cooks lamb all the time. That's all she does. You could actually increase her power within the dynamics, because Nikolaos is actually pretty reasonable. So I think the reality is that you think this family's a goner, but they have so many strengths. And that's what you do with structural family therapy, is that you kind of work through the strengths. Hafa, how you doing? Oh, Cyber Tiger, I hope you sleep well. Oh, you're going to bed. Wait, so Cyber Tiger, do you have like a weird like work schedule where you work during the graveyard shift and then after work, then you go back to sleep? But Cyber Tiger, thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. And Hafa, since you're just here, I wanted to kind of mention that I'm going to talk about mental health issues, but I'm never sure if I'm boring the chat or if I'm just kind of talking off my head. Because with chat, you don't have the dynamics of seeing a person in person like you do it in real life. Because in real life, if I'm talking about mental health issues and the person is just like like falling asleep or eyes glazed over, or they just change the topic, then you know to talk about the other topic. But with stream, you don't really have that. So Hafa, we have this new thing. If you guys are bored with what I'm talking about, I'll just say exclamation. Oh, you're a night owl. I get it. So, but Cyber Tiger, isn't that like really late though to stay up until, I guess, 6 a.m. California time and then you go back to sleep? But I think if it works for your schedule and you get a good 8 hours of sleep from 6 a.m. to I don't know what time that would be, then I think it's good to be a night owl as long as you're getting the consistent 8 hours of sleep at the same time every day. It's hard to get bored. Can you guys hear the sound? Yeah, Megaris is definitely ready to fall. We basically nuked everything.
I'm glad you're here to join us in our march to glory.
Okay, Stentor. Let's just say I'm honored to be here. Like, we don't want to be too much of a brown nose because we don't want to say, let's kill some Athenians. Like, that's like too hardcore. And I think just saying I'm honored to be here, I really want to see our dad and finish the contract to kill our father.
I'm proud to fight by your side.
Yes, you have earned your place.
Yeah, we earned his
We
trust
will
and
win
his
the day for
respect.
Sparta and the wolf. Come.
Oh, this is
Must reach
actually
before
really
we come.
cool. So this is. Oh, sorry, we drink a lot of coffee. But, okay, so Cyber, I think that totally makes sense to stay up until 6 a.m. as per usual, because, you know, we drink coffee as well. I'm drinking coffee right now, but then obviously don't drink coffee the couple hours before you're going to bed. And then fall asleep around, I believe it's 6 a.m. your time, which is really early. So just go to bed like 6:30 a.m. to 8 hours after, and I think you should be okay. Oh, so Hafar, I'm not sure if you're familiar with Buffy the Vampire Slayer, because I was kind of complaining to Todd about how am I to be sure that chat is being entertained. So he mentioned that I should do that board now. Okay, let's do I'm ready, because I am ready. I did a lot of grinding over the Thanksgiving weekend, so we're ready to fight. And this is the other feature of the game that's like so fun. I don't know why this is like so addictive, this battle. Yeah. Oh, this is really important. He's a great man. Stentor really respects. Yeah, Alexios wants to know how did he treat Stentor better than me. Yeah, he is caring, exactly.
Sometimes
Yes?
no, just he gets this far away.
See, that says everything. Nikolaos is a good father, but he just kind of had to follow the BS elders.
Life cannot be lived without sun.
Exactly. He's going to have regrets. So Stentor is very wise, and you could tell that he was a good father to both Alexios and Stentor until the stupid elders. So, you know, as with all these movies and all these TV shows, the elders are always portrayed as like useless. Wow, Cyber! Really? You're 50, Cyber. GG. Oh, Sir Charles, is Monster Hunter World getting an update this coming? I'm not sure. So Charles, I haven't really played Monster Hunter World since the fall event. So I believe there's an update in the, because Charles, you're on the PC. I think there's an update for the PC because they're going to get Kieran. They finally got Lunastra recently, so there's probably going to be an update for the PC. I don't know when the reported Cold Region DLC is coming out, but definitely in terms of my stream material, once the Cold Region Monster Hunter World comes out, we're just going to do Monster Hunter World. Okay, now we're going to talk to... Yeah, so this is one of the features of Odyssey. I mean, they have so many things to do as a conquest battle. So what happens is that every time when you weaken and you kill or recruit the leader, either Athenian or the Spartan leader, then you can actually join the conquest battle. You get rewards. And it's actually a very fun... It's very fun to do. And so this game has so many gameplay elements. So if you read here, once the nation power and then you see that logo is low, a conquest battle becomes available. So you can actually fight for the Athens or the Spartans. And what I usually did in these conquest battles is that I would choose the one that gives you more epic gear. So if it's more difficult, you get obviously more rewards. So I do like the more difficult conquest just to get more rewards. So defending a nation is easier but provides less rewards. Attacking a nation is harder but provides more rewards. So here we're attacking the nation because the Athens have taken over Megaris more or less, but we weakened the Athenian position, and so we're fighting for Spartan. So we want to fight against the blue Athenians, which we're going to do right now. Yeah, to battle.
I'm ready for war.
See, Stentor's like really into this. So obviously he's Nikolaos's foster son. I mean, he's really into war conquest, and he's I guess you would say he's kind of like the model Spartan, where you really have to focus on conquest, on fighting, defending, taking over territory. Okay, so let's target. Oh, and also we're equipping probably my favorite weapon of the game, which is the heavy bladed. See how it breaks the poise? And I like the moveset for some reason. Now, the other thing is that now it says kill the enemy captain, so you go here, let's rip off the shield, and you just really want to focus on killing the captain, because that really weakens the blue meter. Okay, so this one's Dade, or Shiki. Shiki's Taiwanese for dead, so Shiki. See how even with your shield, it really breaks poise. So you don't have to keep doing, you know, shield breaker over and over and over again. If you don't have the adrenaline, you could just use this blade and just poise break, and then tank through. No, I wish they had Ring of Chaos, which you're going to get later. And the reason why you want Ring of Chaos is because it does AoE, it pushes everyone back, and it's great for these conquest battles. Okay, I'm gonna just rip this off. No, I'm not really good at this. Sometimes you want to go like this, and you want to run around, and you want to see any markers. Now it says kill the enemy captain, which I can't see. I don't see the enemy captain, though. Oh, there. Okay, so if you could see that, let's head towards this badge over here. I don't think we're doing really. I think we actually might lose this conquest battle because I'm not killing the captains fast enough. I'm not killing. And see, Satiros was about to do a unblockable attack, but I still was able to tank through with this weapon. And technically that's what Heavy Blunt is supposed to do. It's also supposed to break poise, but the Heavy Blunt moveset is so slow. And as you can see with this one, it does a lot of damage and it's relatively quick. Let's rip off shield again. But I don't know why this is fun. And especially with Ring of Chaos when it really nukes. It really pushes back all these the mobs of soldiers. It's actually a lot of fun. Gator! How's your Thanksgiving? And I know, yeah, so Gator, did you have a good Thanksgiving? And how's your wife and Peanut? Because I'm sorry I haven't... Oh, I'm just like running around like a headless chicken because I'm trying to find the captain again. So let's head towards this captain. Break off shield. Oh, it was okay, Gator? Gator, thank you so much for the bits. I appreciate. I'm sorry I'm not really focused on chat. I really apologize because with this conquest battle, there's so much mayhem going on that it's really hard for me at least to read chat. And okay, now we can move out here. Let's go here. Let's rip off shield. Now we're doing really good. So by killing the captain, it really eats away at the blue meter. So the more captains you kill, the more damage you do. And that's all you really want to do. You want as you're waiting for the captain to spawn, you just want to kill the regular soldiers, and then as soon as you see the captain, then you. Okay, so that was the first conquest battle. I don't know why it's fun, but it is really fun. See, now they're retreating. And we could just... Okay, we only killed 11 soldiers, but the thing is that the fact that you want to kill a lot of the captains. And we got an epic, see the purple? We got the epic armor. Yes! That's so true, Charles. Age is only digits. I think numerical age doesn't matter. It's your emotional age. I guess Stentor is really pleased.
The wolf requests the presence of the mercenary. We shall be up to him in a moment.
With respect, he wishes to see the mercenary alone.
Uh-oh, Stentor's gonna be jealous.
Commander wishes...
I heard what you said. I just don't
See,
understand why.
Those were his orders, sir.
Very well.
There's a lot of sibling rivalry.
It appears I have other matters to attend to.
So this is going to be a cataclysmic meeting. And I'm going to just show you the epic, because I don't think we had an epic armor before. Oh, you know what? So, chat, this was really interesting. I just killed one of the mercenaries, and I got bracers of Theseus. Is that... Well, I always pronounce it Theseus when I was growing up, but I think in this game they call it they pronounce it Theseus. And as part of the Greek hero set, and you might think, oh, plus 15% all resistances isn't that good, but I think it's actually, when I was wearing it, it was actually really good because like fire damage is so much damage as well as poison that you're able to do more of a tank type build if you have the Greek hero set. So for some reason I was able to get this legendary. And you're like, oh yeah, it's only level 9, but the thing is you can always upgrade the armor as you level up. So like you could kind of keep this in storage or whatever, and then when you're level 50, you can go from 9 to 50 automatically through the upgrade system. And we can go to the blacksmith and I can kind of show you the upgrade. But the reality is like I'm not going to upgrade. I'm just going to keep wearing I'm going to just wear the equipment that we loot and not really upgrade, because it does end up being very costly if you keep doing that. And the other thing is that there is now Fashion Souls, which for some reason it didn't. So what you want to do is, let's pretend you want to change this. See, one hidden torso, come to find out. Like, I wanted the diaper look, but there's no diaper look here. I think down the road, you probably have to get the scantily clad armor. I don't know how you do that. I believe you have to play the game more and you get that. So what I did was, I don't really like that so much, and you just kind of pick. There was one armor that I kind of liked, because I kind of like that blue color. And you can only equip the weapon, the armor that you've picked up. I don't like the hunter's outfit because I really don't like that tattoo, even though it is kind of Fashion Souls. But I wish there was something like this without the tattoo, because that would be like the armor that we use until we get the diaper. That's like, because it's like the bare oiled, like, so you have the oily look, and then there's the bare regular look, and that's where all you wear is a diaper. Okay, and then we'll have to go. Okay, so trackers. There was a nice blue one. Let me see the Mythios. See, I don't like that. I don't really like that t-shirt. It just looks too raggedy. Because since we're meeting Dad, we want to dress up nicely. I kind of like this just because I like the scarf. So let's wear this, the mercenary breastplate, and let's arm. Okay, mysterious letter. World is plagued by many vile things. I'm not sure where we got that letter from, but that was kind of strange. And we'll wear that. I'm just kind of wanting to. I think that's actually pretty decent. Oh, actually, let's do that. And then, as soon as we put this on... See, I don't like this, so let's go... Wait. So we do Fashion Souls, and let's go back here. Alright, so we're ready to face our dad, which is going to be... This is what we've been really working towards, because that's like the whole point of doing all of this, is that we definitely want to see... And we have to climb up here.
This is it. What do I even say?
Yeah. Because Alexios was trying to save Cassandra, but he accidentally pushed them off the cliff by accident.
So you are the champion who won us today. Tell me your name, hero.
so that I may greet you as a true warrior.
Here, Pater. It's been
Uh-oh.
a long time.
Impossible. I saw you fall.
No, you pushed.
You
You
fucking
threw me.
to my
Yeah, you
death.
threw me to my
I
death.
did what was required of me as a Spartan. I've made my peace with that. You need to as well.
You are my father. You are supposed to protect me.
You were reckless. You forced my hand.
I was protecting my sister because you wouldn't.
The Oracle decreed that Cassandra had to die.
See, the Oracle's BS.
Her word is absolute. You know that.
You can't cower behind your sense of duty anymore.
Enough! I can't change the past, Alexios. I will live and die a Spartan.
There's a large reward for the mercenary
Uh-oh.
who can collect the wolf's head.
Is that why you're here?
Okay, we want to get the. I really want to get the good ending, so we're not going to kill Nikolaos. And in real life, it doesn't really help to kill Nikolaos, because if you're like, let's pretend this is modern day and you end up killing him, then you could never like resolve issues in family therapy with Nikolaos, because with family therapy you can definitely, even despite all those problems, you can definitely mend their relationship. And the thing is that Alexios is kind of an outsider because he realizes the BS of Spartan culture, and because he's an outsider, he sees how much it hurt him. But Nikolaos grew up, and he's a dyed-in-the-wool Spartan. He's completely culturally enmeshed, and so he can't see any other way in reality. But and it's kind of like with Horizon Zero Dawn. So plug your ears if you don't want to hear spoilers. So Ross grew up with that stupid Nora culture, and so he's enmeshed in the Nora culture, and so he really follows everything, their rules and regulations. He believes it to a T, because that's what he grew up as. And Aloy is a complete outsider, and so because of being an outsider, she sees that the Nora matriarchs are pathetic, and that's why she can be a rebel. So we actually found out that Ross is actually more of a badass than Aloy, because it's so easy to rebel against something that you could see as stupidity, but Ross really was enmeshed in his culture, and even so, he decided to get revenge. He decided to get revenge and kill people, even though that's against Nora culture, and he accepted being an outcast, which is like the worst thing. That's like the worst thing that could happen to him. But the fact that he's able to do that and step out of his comfort zone, he's way more of a badass than Aloy. So what I'm hoping is that in Horizon Zero Dawn 2, I was hoping that they would have like a Ross segment where you play as Ross when he was younger, going after those murderers. So that's what I would like to see, because Rost is actually very, very, very compelling, and ironically more of a badass than Aloy, just because he's able to rebel against everything that he's known to enact revenge. So in this situation, like, we don't want to kill we want to get the good ending one, and if we kill Nikolaos, you can't resolve anything. You can't talk to Nikolaos and say, like, as a therapist, I would say, well, I could explain to Alexios, well, he's enmeshed in Spartan culture. He had to do it. He was a general. He was a leader. You can't go back on what the Oracle said. Otherwise, there'll be even worse consequences of the family. And then we can kind of explore childhood history, and then we say, well, Alexios, how did he treat you as a father before that? And then Alexios would recall, actually, you know what, my dad really did everything for me. He trained me to be the man that I am. I know how to do all of these like battle techniques. He spent hours and hours with me instead of like going out with his buddies to like Hooters. You know what I because he's not like partying. He has to do the hard work too with Alexios to train Alexios. So he's actually very committed to Alexios. And then I could say, well, Alexios, I think you mentioned that your father said he was very proud of you, and because you know what he did, he said that I was his pride and joy. Blah blah blah. Then you can kind of work on their relationship. It's very easy because like Nikolaos has a lot of strengths. So we're not going to kill Dad. We're going to come to get answers.
You've avoided the past long enough. Now you will answer to me.
Yeah, exactly. We need closure here. Like, killing him is not going to really get us that closure. Alexios needs Nikolaos to ask for forgiveness. So if we could get Nikolaos to ask Alexios...
There is no
exactly.
honor
There's no honor in vengeance. It doesn't get you anywhere.
You must face the ghost of your past, Pater.
Exactly. See, that's even... It is worse than death.
I have failed in my duty.
And see, we got the closure. Nikolaos is apologizing for his bullshit.
I loved you.
Exactly.
As if you were truly my own.
And he did. He really did love them.
What do you mean?
That is a question you should ask your mother.
Wait.
Find your mother.
Find her.
Wherever Myrine is, she knows far more than I do.
Where will you go?
To find my honor. Beware of the snakes in the grass, Alexios.
I need to get out of here. I should head back to Varnavas.
Okay, we have to head back to Barnabas. And look, we got Nikolaos' sword and the wolf's helm. And Nikolaos' sword is really, really good. So do you, in other words, we accomplished way more than just killing Nikolaos. All Alexios wanted was Nikolaos to own up to his responsibility and to ask for forgiveness. And it reminded me of that one movie. It had Sigourney Weaver in it, and I forgot the other actor, but he was absolutely stunning in that role, where this was back in the, she was like a prisoner of war, and he tortured her, raped her, the whole 9 yards. And then 20 years later, she was riding a cab and she heard his voice, and she thought, oh, that's, he's like, that's the guy who tortured me. And so she goes through this whole rigmarole, and all she really wanted was for him to say, yes, I tortured you, I take responsibility, because he kept saying, no, I don't know what you mean, I'm this good doctor, and you're insane, you're delusional. And he didn't, because he was trying to destroy her reality of things. And so once she got him to say, yes, you're right, I did all these things, then she's able to live her life. And I think that's what happened here, that Nikolaos said, yes, it was my fault. I had to do what I had to do as a dad, but in retrospect, that's really bad. And yes, and definitely he has to live with that guilt, which is far worse than death. And what I would like is actually, we could say, well, Dad, you screwed us over. You need to help me. You have to make amends. And then Nikolaos can make amends. Maybe he could help us find his mom with us. So and you could just say, well, and also, once I find my mom, you owe her a lot, because she thought that you killed me, and so you have to spend the rest of your life taking care of Myrine, and that could be like far worse than death, because it's really hard to provide for someone for the rest of their life. So now he can move, and Nikolaos can kind of move to say, okay, I take responsibility. Now I have closure. I can make amends. I can help my wife and make it up to her. I can make it up to my family. I can make it up to Alexios. And this is exactly why I love this weapon so much. Charles, I wish that were the case, Charles, but it isn't. So it's like mwah mwah. Wait, did I miss the storyline, chat? How come we had to talk to Barnabas? Oh, we got the wolf's helm. Yeah, oh yeah, that makes sense. So Nikolaos is a polemarch. So that's kind of the highest of the high. He's a general. I'm going to read this because I don't understand. We have to go to focus. Well, Alexios knew his confrontation with Nikolaos made him a marked man. Oh, he had to flee Megaris or face the wrath of the entire Spartan. So obviously the Spartan army probably thought that we killed Nikolaos because Nikolaos is now in hiding. He's retired and he's no longer the general. So the army is probably, the Spartan army is probably thinking that we killed him, and so we have to flee. So let's go and talk with Barnabas really quickly. Oh, and Charles, you're absolutely right. This is a really good weapon, Nikolaos' sword. And it does 7% warrior damage. And you can see, like, your warrior damage increases by 71. So 187 plus 71 just by wielding it. Extra damage to Athenian. The 20% damage with Sparta Kick ability, which is, like, really good. Because we like to do that to recruit lieutenants. And but I do, even though I do like the heavy bladed, since this is a 9, we can do the sword. Oh, actually, let's do the dagger, because the only weapon we have not seen was a dagger. So we've seen so far their sword, the awfulness of heavy blunts, heavy bladed, staffs, and spear. So we'll do dagger. The only problem I had with dagger is that, yes, it's fast, but it doesn't have good range. And it doesn't really break poise like the heavier weapons do. So I like that outcome of sparing Nikolaos, having him face his own demons. And then you can actually have a relationship with Nikolaos down the road. And I love Barnabas. He's like the good old guy. He's like your dude, bro.
So, did you kill your father?
Yeah, stepfather.
I suppose the gods won't judge you too harshly for a step patricide.
See, even Barnabas thought we killed him.
Raised me, trained me.
Exactly. He took care of the family.
Even if he did try to kill me.
Is that better or worse? No matter. Yours
Yeah,
isn't the
family's
only
very
complicated family in the world.
Oh, that's rude. Mind your own business. This is Barnabas. You don't talk to him like that. He's your BFF, so we have to say thanks for your concern, because he's very empathic. And he's not saying, oh, you know, your dad sucks ass. He's saying it's complicated, which is true, so he's not really insulting your family.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Have you around, Barnabas?
Barnabas is a
I'm happy
good
to be
dude.
here. Would anything else help?
Finding my mother. She's alive, Barnabas. At least.
Now, where the
Nikolaos.
hell was Matsu this whole
Some good
time?
news,
Like,
praise Ira. What's your plan? What course should I set, Captain?
yeah, exactly,
Now we go to
mystical.
Phocis. Elpinor said he'd meet me there. He owes me money. And an explanation.
I, Alexios.
Exact, Alpinor.
Let's seek the
That's
wisdom
smart.
of the Pythia while we're there.
Yeah, we need to confront that
Anyone has
stupid
answers for you,
oracle.
It's the Oracle of Delphi.
Let's say the oracle is a menace and we need to kill the biatch. Because you don't just keep saying, oh, kill the baby. Like, that's...
The Oracle's predictions destroyed my
She
family.
completely screwed
Pythia
over
has
the
wisdom of Apollo
family.
himself.
She does not.
I'll admit, if people choose to ignore her, they might court disaster.
If we ignore the Pythia,
Exactly. And they'd be happy family, because Nikolaus is a good dad.
Back to business. You know where to meet Elpinor?
That actually...
his home is in Pilgrim's Landing. But Nikolaus's last words to me were a warning of snakes in the grass.
Sounds
Well, these
like
are
you should make
politicians,
extra
so there's a lot of
Elpinor
snakes
is the one
around.
who should prepare.
Meet me at Apollo's temple in Delphi when you're done dealing with the snakes.
Yeah, we have to confront Elpinor and say, what the hell? He does have a lot of explaining, because we have to kind of find out why did Elpinor wanted... Oh, we got 200 Helix credits. So, the reason why I got these Helix credits, I believe it's because I'm an Ubisoft member. Oh my god! This is correct. Victor! Happy, how was your Thanksgiving? Victor, it's so good to see you. I'm like blabbing this whole time. So I like that for Victor. And I need something for... Victor, can you help me out? Did I shout out everyone? See, this is the problem. We didn't even shout out Gator, which is really best. Let's shout out Gator. And then we have Victor. And I need to do one for Mystical Gamer. And we are moving, because I'm hoping that you all will just come in and put down your... Because you all are really great streamers, and I want all our viewers to follow you, because we always have a lot of fun times on Gator's stream, on Victor's stream, and Mystical. I'm gonna write down here reminder for a Mystical. I guess command specific command. Because I have cbeno.com, and it actually shows your chat log, and your chat log is exactly like this. You can kind of scroll up and down. It's so easy and quick to read the entire chat, and so I kind of sometimes I just take notes. Victor, you got a solid 2 hours of... That's worse than my... Well, that actually is worse than my CPAP, because what I do is after 4 hours, because it's under my nose, and yes, the hot air isn't going through, but after a while, the heat from your face is contained in that mask. After 3 hours, it's so hot that I rip off the mask. And by then, it's going to take me long to fall asleep again. And then I think I only got like 2 hours of solid sleep after, then I woke up, and then another 2 hours. So this is going to be a very snoozy stream. And so I got the Helix credits. You can kind of buy customized skins, and I got this for free through Ubisoft Club Member, which is also free. You just sign up, you give them your email address, and you connect your account, you connect your Xbox and your PlayStation accounts, and you can get free points just for playing the game. It's really nice. I want to try to store some stuff. All right. And I'm going to do inventory management off stream, but the technique that I use is you want to sell the purple ones if you're no longer using it, and then you want to dismantle these just to get the materials back. And if you don't like the purple one and you feel like, oh, this recurve bow isn't good, then... Because you can always level that up eventually to 50 or whatever level that you are. You can always upgrade. So if you don't like that purple one, then I would sell it for drachmae. Because you do get quite a lot of money through that. And so here, like, obviously, this sword is going to be way worse than Nikolaus's sword, so we just dismantle. And then 7 is 2... Like, just dismantle... I just dismantled these and the epic ones just to be... So I'm going to do inventory management off stream, but this is kind of just... This is just a technique just to help you guys when you play the game as to like how to get the resources, because you need a lot of wood to upgrade your weapons, upgrade your armor, upgrade your ship, upgrade everything. And they do take a lot of materials as well. Oh! Oh, no. Oh my god, Mystical, you have to use CPAP. I'm gonna get the third mask, because like all of the masks, they cover your face. What they need to do is have like refrigerant coolant to kind of cool it down, because like your face is so hot, and when it gets so hot, you're like feel choked. And so I want to get the one where you just put it in up your nasal passages, and then it's just a strap, so it won't get too hot. And Mystical Gamer, I said what? But Mystical Gamer, do you what? So I tried just the nasal mask that goes like that, which was even worse, and then I had the full face mask that goes like this. And then are you using the full face, the nasal, or just the pure nasal? Morning wood. You do need a lot of wood in this game. I mean, maybe that's why we played as Alexios instead of Cassandra, because we need a lot of wood. I'm playing. Victor, you know I know that morning wood. That's really funny. I love Zabio. Oh, Zabio, did I even have Zabi? This is like really weak, everybody. And I really love... See, I thought I had one... I thought I had a special emote command for Zabio. So, Victor, that's really... Is that Steve the Penguin? I'm sweating. Okay, now let's go. Let's go to... Alright, so... Oh my god! This is so epic. So now we have... These are the two storylines. This is continuing... What should we do? Let's return to Alpinor and focus, because that's kind of the storyline. And then we'll confront the Oracle, who ruined... She ruined our family. She totally ruined our family, so there's going to be a smackdown with her, obviously. Because we have an extra ability point. Now, what I want to do, progress further in the story, I don't think we need... This one is... Wait, we could actually upgrade Predator... No. Devastating Shot is the one that's like the best, I think, bow, because it deals 290% damage times 2. It doubles... The damage actually doubles if you fully charge, so it does so much. You can like one shot like Polymarchs. Oh, yes! We have to, okay, soon. Okay, we progressed through the story. Victor, don't pay attention to the game for a second. Yes. Now, Victor, we need Ring of Chaos. This is like the best because it's a sudden shocking blast stuns. Oh, a sudden shocking blast stuns surrounding enemies within 3 meters, and also not only does it give you space, it deals 150% warrior damage. So we look to get that. And that's why I always assign it to triangle for some reason. I think it's because the tutorial had it, the tutorial with Leonidas had it. So I'm always like spamming L1 and triangle for that Ring of Chaos. So the melee, the most essential ones that are the best are, from what I've played with, is Ring of Chaos. The shield breakers, the must, because a lot of enemies have shields. I like Sparta Kick, and I would just take out... I wouldn't do Sparta Kick if you get all of the legendary lieutenants that you want. So once you get like your ship optimized, then you no longer have to recruit, and you don't have to use Sparta Kick anymore. But I just got that because you want to have a good ship for those epic naval battles. And second win definitely for heals. So we have... Yep, we have everything. We have the ones that we use equipped. And then down the road, fire, if you want to do a fire build, this is actually very OP. Victor, thank you for the bits! Clavitz, how you doing? It's also really early in the morning for you as well, isn't it?
Ready to set sail.
How you doing, Clavitz? Now, we are being derpy, Clavitz. We should just do... Wait. A life's dedication. Well, we'll do these quests later, but I do want to continue the chapter quests. Okay, we have to go to focus. So instead of that, we could just go like this, and then if we go here, the Wolf's Fate, we want to return to Alpinor, confront him. We just do this. It's better just to do this because it saves time. Victor, thank you for the bits, Victor. You're so sweet. Go to sleep. Victor, you only got 2 hours of sleep. You really need your sleep because Victor, you stream a lot, so you need some sleep, more sleep, so you can kind of focus on your streaming. Because when I'm sleep deprived, I'm really loopy. Victor, another 100 bits. Thank you so much, Victor. You're a sweetheart. But Victor, instead of giving me bits, I'd rather have you sleep and get... What are you doing? Victor, what are you doing? You need to sleep. Thank you for sending me all those bits, Victor. And I know you so well. Victor, I know you're going to stream later on. You need sleep to focus and concentrate. So I'm very loopy here. I think I probably got 2 hours of solid sleep, and then 1 hour I was tossing and turning, and then another 2 hours. So I probably got 4 hours of solid sleep, but broke it up. And it's very uncomfortable. Victor, I can't even focus on what I'm talking about in stream. It's just very awkward. And fortunately, we're just kind of doing more like, we're just running to the objective. Like, we're not doing any real we're not doing any like real melee combat, which takes even more focus. So we're gonna ride Phobos. Where is Phobos is not. Okay, I like how, and the interesting thing, as you're mounted on Phobos, you could pick up wood. See how that's easily picked up. Aw, Charles, thank you so much. I still need to get that haircut, so I wanted to kind of wait until, because the holiday season is like so busy. I just don't have time to get a haircut. I said what again? So maybe I should rename the stream as like, the wood stream. And every time when you discover locations, new forts, you get experience points. So it's really, and what's like really interesting, Charles and Victor, like all the journalists were saying, it's so hard to level up, and it's unfair that we have to pay for the DLC to level up things. And I'm like, no, I'm already level 10, and I really didn't do I didn't even do like a lot of the missions or anything like that at all. But I'm already level 10. It's so easy to level up in this game. So I think it's because the journalists, they only have so many hours to play a game that they get annoyed if they have to do extra quests. No, Victor! Victor, thank you for the bits, Victor. I really appreciate it. And because it's really hard to get those bits because the ads are just so torturous. And then bits are really overpriced. Like, there's a 40% markup on bits.
Mystios.
Mystios.
The wolf is dead.
Yes, we, quote, killed him.
The full amount is promised. You expected me to haggle? Come now, Alexios. It isn't every day I have someone kill their own.
Yeah, see, Elpenor is so wealthy and powerful. And how do you know that he wasn't our real father, Alpinor?
Why did you send me to kill Nikolaos?
Because I knew you could. Oh, why him? Because he was brilliant.
Yeah,
He
yes, he's a genius.
Two at most. And Stentor doesn't have the wolves.
Yeah, Stentor is smart, but he's not at the level of Nikolaos.
There's no profit in a quick war. No, it's a lot to take in all
Exactly.
at once. Come.
And I know we're not supposed to talk politics, but
Did
what
you
this
learn
is...
anything worthwhile in your dealings with the wolf?
Now, this is really... I know we're not supposed to talk politics, but well, Alpinor is a Dick Cheney. You know, he wants the war to kind of continue on and on forever so he can keep selling his weapons and making profits. I'm not telling you, like, why am I... You don't give information to your enemy, so I'm just going to say I'm not telling you. Because if you say my mother's still alive, then he's like, oh, time for me to kill Marini. So you have to protect your family, and you got to keep secrets.
I should kill you where you stand.
Timber.
Uh-oh, Clavis. I thought it was
They
labeled
said
for
you'd be
streaming.
different, but blood is blood.
Clavis, I think you should sleep.
Hey, what blood?
You really are more brawn than brains, aren't you? A shame. I could have used you
Yeah,
for
you're
more of
right.
my
This is so frustrating.
errands.
It did say...
Malaka, you think you can play with me? I'll cut out your tongue.
So disappointing.
I wouldn't stay.
Oh, wait. Oh, snap. We have to... Wait a second. Wait, what happened? Let's rip off shield. Wait, how come we didn't rip off shield? Oh, you know what? These are those are the tower shields, and I'm only able to rip off the small shields. In other words, you see how the dagger doesn't break poise, so what we need to do is we need to do a heavy bladed weapon. Okay, let's just do this, because this always happens. The label always disappears, and... What the fluff? This is not working. Did I spell Assassin's Creed Odyssey correctly? Update information. Okay, so that seems to be working. Mr. Power Team, it's been so long. How are you doing? And oh, you know what? Mr. Power Team, I apologize. I'm trying to... What happens is that streaming through PlayStation 4 and not through the PC Master Race, the game label always goes on. It always like shows up and then it doesn't show up. So you have to make sure that you keep changing. You have to keep changing the title over and over and over again. So I like this heavy bladed, just because these guys are wielding that tower shield. Wait a second. I'm bouncing. Really? See, this is what I did in Dark Souls. This poise, the stability of these shields is equivalent to, like... It's equivalent to... So we have to do... Unfortunately, we have... Which I'm not good at. So we have to do bow work, unfortunately, which I'm not good at. Until we get the shield breaker level 2, which would actually break through large towers. So Mr. Power Team, as you can see, these towers are exactly like the Great Shield of Artorias in Dark Souls 1, where the stability is nearly 100. Because even this heavy bladed, it's not even. This is really uncomfortable. Oh yeah, then we could say Gonko, which is uncomfortable suffering. Gonko, this is Gonko. Oh my god. But how are we supposed to break through these shields? They're turtling! That's why everyone hates turtles, because what are you supposed to like? Wait a second. No, we don't even have to fight them, everybody. I thought we're supposed to kill them as part of the mission story, but we don't. So we have to investigate Alpinor's house. I didn't even read, like, the mission objective. So what I usually do is a cowardly method since I'm struggling with them and they're turtles. They're turtling. Let's go out here. And then to investigate, you can't draw aggro. Mr. Power Team, I feel really bad. I got totally burned out on Fortnite Save the World, and I only got up to Twine, early Twine, and they've improved it so much. And then oh, smart. Oh, good. See, this is why we need backseat gaming, and I invite, like, I don't want story spoilers because I don't want to spoil things for chat, but I do like backseat gaming because it really helps me to say, oh yeah, I forgot that I could use R2 because I'm always used to using R1. Even in Dark Souls, I rarely use R2. I always use R1, and in this game, I always use R1. And Mr. Power Team, are you playing Fortnite? Because I really love that game because of the building. But and the sad thing, Mr. Power Team, like, you remember how I always wanted to get MG Ramirez? And so what happened was, okay, let's interact. So what happened was
A letter to Alpinor. Oh, Phoebe. You led him right to me.
You're right. Oh my God, they were stalking Phoebe. See, these guys are really evil.
Alpinor's looking for a woman. I wonder who he wants in his slimy grasp now.
Exactly. Let's steal that. Okay, and so they're also looking for this unsavory woman.
This is a ship manifest.
Exact. So this is, it's like Dick Cheney, because that's what he's doing. He's selling weapons.
I have met some treacherous people. None of them.
I mean, that's the bottom line. So he's the billionaire because he.
Find and kill this vile serpent.
Exactly, Alexios. Let's kill. Okay, so we completed the Wolf's Fate. We found out what Alpinor's up to, why he wanted Nikolaos killed. And now we have to do Snake in the Grass. Let's kind of see what this... Oops. Let's see what this one's about. Okay, let's go to quests. Yes! You're right, but Mr. Power, because I really embarrassed because I'm like, Mr. Power Team. I was like, wait, that doesn't. I'm really embarrassed because I was like thinking, oh, do I remember Mr. Power Team? I'm not sure, but he said Alan Mafia. I know exactly who you are, and I'm really embarrassed. And but I think, did you have like a different channel? It's your channel. Did you change your channel name? See, this is what happens, Alan Mob Mafia, is that when people change their channel, I totally forget, like, who are you? So I have, and the good thing is I do read my log, so I'm going to try to remember you as, but I always see you as Alan Mob Mafia. I don't see you as... as Mr. Power Team. So that's going to be really hard for me to get. All right, now it's fine. Oh, now we have to be. You have to be level 11, but I'm level 10. So it's not. We don't have to do any more quests. Like, we could just go and work on the story. And so the journalists who say that, oh, you really need that experience, the DLC that levels you up really quickly. That's not true at all. You don't need that. You just level up fine enough just by doing the odds and ends mission, finding locations. You get experience. You get experience through killing things. And it's got to the point where, oh, level 50, we just want to do this just for save. Like, level 50, oh, take it easy, Clap. Circle my toes. Oh my God. Oh, how is everyone? How's your Thanksgiving? How's your Thanksgiving weekend, Mr. Lofi? You know it's Mr. Lofi. I know, but you should just change your. It was no, but even before that, Mr. Power Team was Mr. Lofi God. Do you see how confusing that is? So, Mr. Power Team, why not change it back to your PlayStation name so people know you as Alan Mob Mafia? And take it easy, Clavis. Thanks for joining. It's Sir Comatose. It's been like years almost. So I haven't seen you in a month or maybe more, and a month in Twitch terms is like years. It's been so long. And Sir Comatose, how are things? Because I know you're working hard on your business and you're always like really busy. Okay, we want to do... I just wanted to open up that tower as a safe spot in case we want to go back. Quests. And I thought I tracked the quest, but it's not tracking... Oh, he's still in focus. We have to find Elpenor. So we're gonna... I want to kill Elpenor. Is that him? He's weakened. Wait a second. Age is just a number. Oh, I want to kind of feature the Daughters of Artemis as well. Oh, what is this? See, this is really interesting. You see this marker, so that's kind of another thing that we're going to go to. I'm not sure if we have time to do the Daughters of Artemis quest, maybe next stream, and then we can see what this is about, because this is actually really interesting. So you see the gold question mark, so that's also one of the other, like, because this game has so many gameplay elements. I thought they would have a tracker as to where Elpenor went to. And the thing is like, let's just do this, and then as soon as it says, oh, we're close to our target, then we can use Icaros and find Elpenor. So you have to kind of do some, which I really like about this game. I like doing exploring. I kind of like finding the new locations. I like the parkour elements. Yeah, Sir Comatose, you're such a good chef. So Sir Comatose is a pastry chef, but I think even if you specialize in pastries, you know how to cook everything else, because it's kind of like a specialties type thing. Pie Shroom! How was your Thanksgiving, Pie Shroom? Good morning. Pie Shroom, it's been so long, and I want to do this. I think I have one for you. Okay, so I have to be more with it in terms of having special commands. But how have things been? Pie Shroom, it's so good to see you, because for one thing, I know the streaming schedule is not the best in terms of people coming in because it's so early in the morning. But I kind of realized that morning streaming for me is actually the best, because I'm more of a morning person, and then I could kind of have the rest of the day to do IRL stuff. Whereas when I was doing it in the afternoon, even though that's kind of a better time for most people. Okay, I don't want to clear out this location because you guys already know what bandit camps look like, and we've done some stealth. So we're just going to run around trying to find Elpenor. I'm assuming he's one of the leaders, so let's just do that. I bet he's there. Oh, I know, Pie Shroom. And every time when I see Pie Shroom, I'm always thinking about that McDonald's McGriddle sandwich. So I really want to try that. I really want to try the McGriddle sandwich. Now, recently, in terms of fast food, I've never had a chalupa before, because usually when I get Taco Bell, I tend to get the hard shell tacos, because that's kind of my favorite. And I never thought to get chalupas, but since they had that Xbox One X giveaway, I decided to get chalupas, and I actually kind of like them. But I really want to try the McGriddle sandwich, because we're always talking about that, Pie Shroom. See, I thought these are level 14. They're a little bit too high for me. So clearly Elpenor is not going to be level 14. He's going to be like more level 10. So again, we just run away from that situation. I could have sworn they do have things marked, though, for us. You're griddle sandwich. I always have the sausage, egg, and cheese on the English muffin. I never tried it on the pancakes. And that sounds even more decadent. Oh, you know what? I was wondering if he fled to the coast to you know, maybe he wants to go to sea. That's an easier escape. So I'm gonna go south-ish. I just took a picture of your McGriddle. That's awesome, Sir Comatose. How's business? I hope your business is more busy over the holidays in terms of, you know, having. And Sir Comatose, I think you do more media. So I think with social media, you're probably going to get a lot more business because people kind of, they're thinking about family, friends, and they want to have. They want to have ways to keep in contact with each other, so social media is like really important, especially over the holidays. So I was wondering if your business is booming over the holidays. Yeah, I think he's going to try to get a ship and run away. That's what I'm thinking. If worse comes to worse, we can do the other storyline, but I do want to track Alpinor because that's kind of more, because that's a story that we're tracking. We don't want to bounce back and forth from story to story because that can kind of get a little bit confusing for stream. Oh my God, Friendly Neighborhood Vlad. It's also been long as well, and since Friendly Neighborhood Vlad, how would you like to be called? Because I don't want to shorten your name if that's what you do not prefer. And I'm hoping you're having a wonderful Thanksgiving as well. So I'm running around aimlessly. All right, I'm just going to open that up because maybe Alpinor. See, I think Alpinor is probably at one of the question marks, so that's why we're just going to every single landmark that has a question mark, opening that up, getting extra experience. And then by the time we get there, hopefully we'll get like closer to level 11. Oh, Vlad! Thank you, Vlad. We're running. Pie Shroom, I forgot. Were you also playing Odyssey as well? Because I really love this game. There is a sale for both PlayStation and Xbox for $27 for like the Cyber Monday deals. And if you really love the Assassin's Creed series, I would definitely get this game if you could afford it because it's very. Oh, so that's a guest house, so it's not there. And guest house is kind of equivalent to doing a bandit camp. Alright, and let's go back to map. So this is just a quest. I wonder if he's hanging out in the leader house. And is this and the other thing, the way you could tell where focus is, it's this huge, but it's such a huge area. Did we get any clues as to whether he went north or south? They are. I'm so impressed with Odyssey, Sir Comatose. This is my first ever Assassin's Creed game. I'm so impressed with it that Assassin's Creed is now one of my favorite franchises of all time. Just because of how well the combat is, all the different gameplay elements, like all the different things you could do. Because we just saw a conquest battle, which is really fun. And as we're going through the storyline, there's like other things that you could do. So there's like a lot of interesting activities and a lot of interesting enemies that you're going to be facing that are all like, it's not just hack and slash. They all have like really unique gameplay elements. And there's like naval battles. Uh-oh. You know, I think he's here. Let's run away. See that question mark? We're going to head over there. And so I love this game so much that I borrowed my friend's Origins, because I heard Assassin's Creed Origins was just as good as Odyssey. I mean, that's how much I love this franchise now. Now, I wanted to finish out Sir Comatose, because I think you were there when I was doing Borderlands 2, and I think I'm like way too ambitious, because I was thinking if I play another file, all I have to do is just play another file, and if I play another file and play through Borderlands 2, then I can actually stream it online, because I at least know where I'm going. I won't get lost continuously. But the reality is, I think it just takes too much focus and concentration. Shooters and first-person shooters are definitely not my strength. So I'm hoping that down the road, as I start improving with gameplay plus chat, that I would be able to stream Borderlands 2 when I'm more seasoned. Maybe like if I have 2 more years of experience. And Charles says, oh, Pieshroom, the good news is that Odyssey and Origins are also on PC. Oh, you mean like the first Assassin's Creed? Yeah, they were only on consoles. They were never on PC. I see what you're saying, Pieshroom. And Red Dead Charles, you know what's really nice? My friend, so my birthday's coming up, so my friend is thinking of buying me Red Dead Redemption 2. And I'm hoping like around that time there's going to be more sales of it, like it's going to be on sale. Because I really want to play that game. Every time when I see it, it just looks amazing. The realism, just the immersion factor of it. Maybe this is him. Because let's go there, because that's kind of an interesting piece. Because why is that gold? Like, that's really interesting. Because that seems like a very unique... And Martha, how are you? Welcome to the stream. And Martha, how was your Thanksgiving? I'm not sure if this is your first time streaming, but what we're doing with Assassin's Creed Odyssey is I really want to showcase the main story quest as the main objective, and then I want to show you guys all of the things you can do in this game. And then, because I think the other 2 storylines add up to at least 80 hours, but I think after we finish the family storyline, you can kind of see what the other 2 storylines are about, and then maybe I'm thinking of maybe streaming Dark Souls Remastered, maybe, because I've always wanted to stream Dark Souls Remastered, and then hopefully Monster Hunter World DLC will come, like the Cold Region DLC. Hopefully that's going to come out after Dark Souls Remastered, and then down the road, like once I get better and better at streaming and actually gameplay and streaming and chatting and keeping up with chat, then I'm thinking of streaming Borderlands 2. Oh, so Bilbo's Wagons was playing... Oh, he was playing Borderlands last night. Hello. Oh my god, Comatose GG. Oh, you know what? Sir Comatose, both Origins and Odyssey are both on sale, and since you platinumed every single Assassin's Creed game, you're definitely going to love this game. I mean, Odyssey, for me, Odyssey is the masterpiece just because of the compelling NPCs, the compelling story. You really care about the characters. I love this world. I love being in this world. It's really beautiful. And even after I finished all 3 main storylines, I'm still playing my Cassandra file. And just because the gameplay is so fun, it's fun doing the melee, it's fun practicing headshots, it's fun doing the stealth. And I like clearing out bandit camps and the forts. I believe the thing is that this game does have a lot of replay value, because down the road they're going to have a new game plus, which I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's going to be included in New Game Plus, but they've added new monsters. They added one new monster. They added more of those legendary ships to do naval battles. Oh, see, this is one of the features. See that gold question mark? That's one of the legendary animals. And so what we need to do, since I'm failing miserably in finding Elpenor, I'm going to show you the daughters, which I think that is like one of the other features that we must do. So I opened up the Temple of Artemis, and doing Odyssey, you must open up this one quest, because it has like the legendary animals and they're so fun to battle. So what I'm hoping with New Game Plus, Sir Comatose, because like after you finish all the 3 storylines, I got depressed because I wanted more in the game, but then it's over. So what I'm hoping with New Game Plus is that they respawn the legendary animals, because the legendary beasts are so fun to fight. That's what I'm hoping for New Game Plus. And they are coming out with like more story DLCs as well with the season pass. So Charles, okay, now Toast is saying business still being worked on. That's a lot of work, Sir Comatose, but I'm glad that the team is putting together, that is coming to fruition pretty soon. Okay, and Martha, it sounds like you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Okay, now this is like one of the best. This is a very complex mission, and that's why I really love this game. The NPC, like you would never forget this NPC.
What are you doing here?
Okay, calm your titties, Daphne. Calm your titties.
This is sacred ground. You should not be here. Well, either leave or tell me what you want. Who are you?
Okay, so as you can see, if you have an NPC character like that, she's obviously a romantic interest. So he's gonna tell the truth. He's gonna say, no, we don't want to be threatening and say mercenary, because then I don't want her to think that we're going to try and kill her, so we'll just say I'm a traveler. But because of the way she looks, she's definitely...
I mean no disrespect.
Then answer my questions. Who are you?
Some know me as the Eagle Bearer. But my friends call me
Alexios.
I am Daphne, leader of the Daughters of Artemis. And you are maybe exactly who I've been looking for.
See, Alexios. Whenever Alexios does this, he's interested.
A hunter. One who straddles our world and the gods. One who will meet my challenge.
Okay, we're gonna accept the quest and say I'm the one.
When you put it like that, how could I not accept?
See, he's flirting with her already. Yeah, we found out that boar was really hard to kill.
No ordinary boar. Let's see if you are worthy of my challenge. Kill it.
That kind of reminds me of my obese cat, Domino.
With your reward.
Okay, I think there's no need to talk to the NPC after you talk to them, because they just say the same thing.
With your boar pelt soon enough.
All right. Now, when you go here, so when you go to the quests, you'll see that. Yeah, so it's the Daughters of Artemis, and it says to find and hunt. Now, for some reason, it does say level 13. So once we get to level 13, we could fight this boar. And I remembered I was not underleveled or overleveled. I believe I was exactly level 13, and he was really. It took me 20 minutes, and I died maybe 3 times. It was a very challenge. These are very challenging fights. So. And the rewards are, if you look down below, the rewards are really good. So you get Drachmae, you get a legendary bow. So we definitely want to do that once we get to 13, and then you get your experience for that. Yeah, Gator, Domino does have diabetes. No, he actually doesn't have diabetes, because I think we recently got his blood work, and he doesn't have diabetes. He's just obese, Gator. Yeah. He is so obese. I'm gonna actually carry him Mystical is the only ones that you haven't played were the first two. Well, the good news, Mystical, I think the good news is that if you have, this is the brilliance of Xbox One. I love Xbox. So the brilliance of the Xbox One is that if you want to play the first two, that was back in the 360 era, it does have backwards compatibility. So what the... Oh, vitamins! How are you? How's your Thanksgiving? Good morning. He's American, exactly. He's not a beast. But so Mystical, that's what I love about Xbox One is that they had the backwards compatibility, and it does. What is they it up? What is it? They up the resolution. It upgrades the resolution to. If it was like back in the day 720, it would upgrade the resolution to 1080p Mystical. So I really, if you have an Xbox One X, definitely playing Assassin's Creed 1 and 2 would be great on the Xbox One X just because the graphics will improve by definition. And I played the Lost Odyssey on the Xbox One X, and the graphics on Lost Odyssey is such an old game, but because of Xbox One upgrading the resolution, it looks like a modern game. Oh, you got home! Omnia! Vitamins! I'm not familiar with Omnia. So you're going to like stream Omnia then? Is that... I believe, Vitamins, I believe that you're doing mostly PC gaming, I think. Now, I'm really... So, as you can see, the Caledonian boar, that's the legendary animal. I'm gonna go here. We're having bad luck finding Alpanor. We're just kind of wandering around. So I really apologize, chat. I really wanted to see if I could progress through the story faster than this. Okay, only Xbox... Oh, very first X... Oh, back in 2001, so that's... Wait! Ann Martha, is that the 360, or is that, like, the original Xbox? Oh, Mystical, how come? The Xbox is so good, though. Thank you, Toast. I mean, we, as you know, we're not the best at maps. We always get lost. It's always hard for us to find things. Oh, yeah, the original Xbox. Yeah, that was a while ago. It was 2001. And then I forgot when the 360 came out. 2006, was it? And I don't know if a lot of people feel uncomfortable with the Xbox because of the notorious Red Ring of Death back in the 360 days. But the good thing for me is that I didn't start playing video games until 2012, so they resolved the Red Ring of Death. So I got the 360 for all the multi-plat games because, frankly, all the games from last generation worked better on the 360 because it has an easier architecture. It's more like a PC architecture, whereas PlayStation 4 had that weird, like, I think it had, like, the splitting. It's, like, really hard to code for. Oh, wait, what is this? Oh, my God. Age is just a number. Such a good quest. Oh, you're 3 years old when you got the Xbox. That's so cute. So, Ann Martha. So, you have, like... you have little baby Ann Martha when she's 3 years old, gripping. But if you're only 3, I think the original Xbox controller was really large. Oh my God, Ann Martha, you must be really good at games if you started playing games when you were only 3. Oh, so Mystical's a Sony, but Xbox is good. They just need... Xbox has the best controller on the market. Period. No ifs, ands, or buts. But they really need more exclusives. So for this generation, since the PS4 was technically more powerful than the Xbox, and all of the multi-plat games run best on the PlayStation 4, until Xbox, now that Xbox One X comes out, all the games play better on Xbox One X. But PlayStation 4 has so many good exclusives, so if you have to get one console this generation, I would recommend PlayStation 4, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 4. And you want to get like a Zim cross-controller support so you can use the Xbox controllers. And Sir Komato said, I used to go hard on the Dreamcast. Oh, yeah. The Dream, that's a Sega. And it's kind of a shame that Sega is now, that there's no more Dreamcast. Isn't that Sega? I'm not sure. And Martha, that's like so cute. So when you were 3, you could play Pac-Man. I really like this quest. This quest is hysterical. But should we... But I do want to continue the story, so let's just... Excuse me, this is the other Odyssey quest. I don't know why this one... Chat, do we know why this one is like so hard to find? I mean, is he going to cross the borders or what? Like, where is this Joker? I mean... I think if you're going to escape, you're going to go to the docks. But he wasn't there. I have no idea. Okay, we'll just do that just in case. Yeah, it's really good to have all of the consoles if you could afford it. But if you could only afford one console this generation, I would definitely do PlayStation 4. And then there are rumors about PlayStation 5 coming out, which kind of is making me feel uncomfortable. I think PlayStation 5 can do well if it has backwards compatibility to PlayStation 4, because PlayStation 4 is still relatively new. There's so many games you still could play, like why do you need PlayStation 5? But if PlayStation 5 has backwards compatibility with PlayStation 4, they're doing all the right thing. But they seem to put all of their technology and all of the money into the stupid controller. Like, they're going to have a touchscreen. They're going to have, like, a glass touchscreen. And I'm like, that takes up so much money. Like, you don't use those pricey components. Use the money for a better GPU, CPU, and make the controller simple like this with offset analog sticks. And... Now, Microsoft paid $10 million to get ergonomics, but you could hire an engineer who's good at ergonomics and make a decent PlayStation controller. I know, Sir Comatose. Yeah, right. Because the Pro just came out. Like, oh, we're underwater. I know the Pro just came out. Like, why are you working on PlayStation 5? And people are happy with PlayStation 4. I mean, there's still Red Dead Redemption 2. There's so many, like, epic games that's going to take another 4 years to complete. So I don't think they should rush it. I think they should kind of wait, like, rethink their controller, spend the research money rethinking your controller. Don't have that touchscreen press pad or whatever, the glass screen. It's going to make your controller delicate and it'll break, which is going to piss people off, because then you're like, oh, you know, my PlayStation 5 controller broke again and I have to shell out another $100 for yet another controller. Nobody likes that. Nobody likes that. You want to have a decent controller like this with rubberized texture so it doesn't hurt your hands, and it has like a grip, because it has kind of a soft rubbery, so it doesn't hurt your hands at all, and your hands don't slide all over the controller. Oh my god, this was just the bandit camp. Okay, so let's do research. I think I have to... I know this is bad, but I really think I have to look up where did Alpinor flee to. I don't know where he... where did he flee? Because we opened up all the question marks. Okay, I put where did he flee? Where did Alpinor go? Yeah, how to find Alpinor in Assassin's Creed. Where... Okay, Snake in the Grass Guide. After Alpinor escapes, you'll have to track him down to the Valley of the Snakes. Oh, so that was weak, everybody. Because yes, Barnabas did say we have to go to Valley of Snakes, but that was very obtuse. So let's go to Sator's Respite, and he should be hanging out there. I know, 2020 is too early, I think. Yeah, I think that's why they're skipping E3 exactly. But I don't know, Charles. 2020 is really too early because it's already 2018. Red Dead Redemption 2, if you because it's such a amazing game, and if you want to plat Red Dead Redemption 2, that could take months to play. Monster Hunter World's coming out with that Cold Region DLC, and Monster Hunter World I spent 1,000 I think I spent 1,500 hours on it. You have Odyssey, you have Origins, Persona 5, Tales of Berseria. There's just too many games. You don't. I would not. I'm not going to get the PlayStation 5 because I still have to work through my PlayStation 4 games. Yeah, and Martha, you need to get something to eat, definitely. And welcome back, Vitamins. We finally broke down and we looked up exactly where Elpenor is. So the hint was Barnabas was saying that these politicians are snakes. And so look where the snakes are, and in focus there's something called Valley of the Snakes, so we have to kind of dig around these parts. But that was really obtuse, I thought. I mean, maybe I should have put two and two together.
Snakes in the grass.
Yeah.
I wasn't
See?
expecting these.
Oh, this is a really cool bandit camp. Look, it's really disgusting. And it has our ancient tablet, which is what we want, so we can use that to upgrade our ship. We have good old Icarus. That's a snake temple. He might be hiding out here, I bet. And do you see how disgusting? Look at this snake. All right. If the ring, if you see that ring, if it turns yellow, that's where your marker is. So I don't think he's technically here. You might just get a clue. Ooh, what is that? Oh no, that's just an enemy. Okay, well let's try and sneak up here. We'll do this. We'll do some stealth. Oh, we're in the enemy zone, so let's. Yeah, it says here you can use Icarus to tag enemies, making them easier. Okay, now we're gonna. Oh no, this is a huge area. Like usually. Okay. No, I didn't expect us to. I didn't expect us to alarm because I wanted to meditate to go to nighttime. Yeah, now unfortunately we're in combat, so we just like run away and hide. Let's go into one of these bushes. Sometimes it's hard to find cover in this game. So when you turn blue like that, you're hidden. My God. Oh, you know what? I hope I think you all should, like, say, you have to be thankful that I didn't cook for you guys for Thanksgiving, because my cooking, it's just thinking of this bok choy I made, it's just making my stomach turn, because it was that bad. So you all should be thankful that I didn't cook your Thanksgiving meal, and that I have never cooked for you guys. So that could be, like, one of the things that you can be thankful about. Now, I don't want to be crouching, though. This is goofy, like, but now I'm, like, wondering, how do I get out of crouch? Like, I think the only issue with this game is that sometimes you crouch when you don't want to crouch, and then when you do want to crouch, you can't just press circle. Like, sometimes you don't crouch even if you press circle. So that's just one of... I only have like a couple of complaints about this game. The swimming is slow, and then the loading screen. Other than that, this game is so fun. It's brilliant. It's a masterpiece. It just has so much things to do in this game. I love the RPG elements. I love the melee combat. Oh no! And Martha, wait, let me see. I'm missing chat.
I should watch my step around here.
Yes, Sir Comatose. Like, is it just me, but Tales of Berseria is the best Tales? So the only Tales games I played were Berseria, Symphonia, and Vesperia. So my favorite is Berseria, then Vesperia, and then Symphonia. And I just love the Tales series. And that's why, yes, PlayStation 4, if you could play Tales of Berseria, that's a 100-plus hour game as well. Tales of Vesperia is going to be remade for PlayStation 4, so there's no need to get PlayStation 5. There's just so many games. Spider-Man, Spider-Man God of War, like all of those games just from this generation, not to mention all of the remakes of last generation. Okay, I'm gonna quote try and do stealth, but ugh.
Fight or die! Now!
He just bounced off that guy's shield. But oh, you know what? I think what happens is that you want to go to the Snake Temple, and as you pick up loot and so forth, there might be a clue as to where Elpenor is. I think, because a lot of these quests you have to do a lot of investigation, so it's kind of really cool that there are detective elements in this game. I agree, Vitamins. That is so... See, if Sony were smart, and if Sony were smart, they would just kind of upgrade the PS5, having better CPU, GPU, but at the same time, it could run PS4 games more smoothly. It can't upscale resolution, and then I could see people buying the PlayStation 5. And I have a feeling that Horizon Zero Dawn 2 is going to be a launch game for Persona 5. Because then, like, people may not buy. They'll be like, why should I buy PlayStation 5 when even if it runs PlayStation 4, because I have my PlayStation 4 game. So you need to plan out Horizon Zero Dawn 2. You want to maybe make sure that Last of Us 2 is also coming out for the PlayStation 5 to kind of make it, because you kind of need games as console sellers. Oh wow, Sir Comatose, you played every existing Tales from the beginning? Because the problem is, Toast, is that the first Tales, they're so hard to get because they were back in PlayStation 1 era, was it, Toast? Oh no, oh Martha, I'm sorry. I apologize, because sometimes I don't know if people want to have their whole name called. So Martha, you have a headache?
There you are.
I hope you're okay, and I hope it's not migraine headaches, because with migraine headaches, if you notice even the first twinge of migraine headaches, just take Excedrin, and that would kind of prevent the migraine headache from coming on. Because once you have a migraine headache, the only thing that really works are like Imitrex, and those things cost like $10 to $20 a pill. So you definitely want to avoid having to buy Imitrex. No, this is like, where's Waldo? Like, where's Elpenor? I can't find him. Okay, because of these tower guys are so hard to kill, we're gonna do stealth. And then we just do that. Okay, then what we need to do is we have to run away. Okay, now... So you guys have you guys help me, so let's see how R2... Okay, so he was... I'm gonna see what... Okay, this is a heavy... Oh yeah! Oh, thank you so much, chat. The other thing you could do is, that's the Ring of Chaos. It's pretty weak because it's only level 1, but like, it gets really powerful up to level 3. Yeah, unfortunately... Oh my god. These are level 11. But they're only a level 11, and I'm not doing... They're level 11, they shouldn't be that hard.
I will crush you. Destroy them.
This is like... Oh wow, that was a total miss. Oh my my god, they do so much damage. This is really... Okay, we have to go... Maybe we could actually kick them off. The other thing you could do is you can kind of kick them off. But... Now, for some reason, I was able to rip off his shield. I don't know how, but... No, I could... Okay, so I parried her, which helped. So he dodged, so I like that movement. So we're actually timing our dodges pretty well, but look how little this damn... Yeah, see? So they fell off, and then what I want to do is... I want to do this, because I want to recruit her. Because she is a captain. Oh shit, she dodged my kick. GG. Okay, let's do this. Oh, you know what? Maud was right. Since I kicked her, some of my health came back because it was in the red. Wait. Okay, so what we do is we press L3 to recruit.
We're setting sails. Be there when we do.
Okay, so we showed how to recruit at least one, and we accidentally killed the leader, but we just do the same thing. You just kick the leader with that, and then you recruit. So, oh, this lieutenant's pretty decent because you get 8% weak point creation with javelins, and then you get fire buildup with arrows, but that's. Oh my god, I'm not even focused on chat. Oh my god, sinus headaches are so uncomfortable, Martha. Bilbo swag at 75. I don't even know. Oh my god, you guys, this is... Yes, you can parry counter in Odyssey. It's so good, Toast. So you did sort of see me parry, and then you just whack them on the head. But my timing of parries, Toast, was not good. And apparently in Origins, you can parry counter as well. So that's why I love melee, even though melee is weaker than assassination and hunter abilities. But I love melee because it plays like Dark Souls. It plays like Neo. Oh, Bilbo swag at 75. How was your Thanksgiving? Because I know you're having fun, because I'm not sure if you cooked the turkey, but since Bilbo Swaggin 75 is a hobbit, he probably really enjoyed his Thanksgiving meal. Alright, we gotta go back. I'm trying to find Alpenor, and I'm just failing at this. So we need to go back to the snakes in the temple, because that's the clue that, these politicians are snakes. So that let's go to the snake temple, and we just recruited a lieutenant. Wait a second. This is the fortress. No, that is a snake temple. And that's a bandit camp. All right, so now you notice that my bounty meter has not increased because if you kill bandits, that doesn't increase your bounty meter. Only if you kill Athenian and Spartan soldiers. That's the only thing. That's like quote murder, and so your bounty meter goes up because of that. Oh, Alvin bread! Oh, yes! Toast! I wonder... Toast, you know what? Since you make these creations on your own, I wonder how you would make an Alvin bread. Like, would you kind of use, like, the phyllo dough of baklava? And Bilbo Swaggin 75, so I've been reading The Hobbit. I really loved that book so much. I think the reason why I couldn't get through it was because I was so young. I didn't understand the language. And so I just didn't understand it, and I didn't quite get it, so I just stopped reading it. But now, like, I'm older, so obviously it's such a page turner. And I really love the descriptions of Bilbo. He's absolutely adorable, and I love his furry feet. He's so cute. And I got to the part where we encountered Gollum, and I think that's chapter 4. So I'm really enjoying The Hobbit a lot. I know, I love baklava. And read the Silmaril. I'm getting hungry, Charles. I'm getting so hungry. So almond bread and honey mead. That sounds delicious. Oh, okay. So what? Toasts Silmarillion. You would simply make a baguette from scratch. When it's done, glaze it. That sounds... Oh my god! That sounds amazing, Toast. Yeah, Martha, this is... See, but we're from... I think this is the whole... Yeah, that would have been one-hit KO, but it would be a desynchronized... Or we say shiki in Taiwanese, which means dead. But... I think with Assassin's Creed, if you do take 100% fall damage, but you don't desynchronize because you're an assassin. So that's kind of a cool feature, and you just kind of wait until your health picks up. Now, if you get to level 50, you roll smoother and you don't take any damage. But since we're only level 11, we're not as smooth. So when you get to level 50, your character moves much more smoothly. You roll better. You have more rolls. And so you don't take fall damage anymore. Now let's see what's going on here. Okay. Alright, so we're still level 10, but I think even though this says level 11, we don't really have to level up. So do we... I think what we want to do is maybe we should kill Elpenor. And then I'm thinking the next mission, we could do some of the really fun side missions because they have very colorful NPCs. They're really hysterical. Because we actually did... I'm kind of surprised we actually did real gameplay. Like, we got through meeting Nikolaus again, and we're actually progressing pretty nicely with the main story. We opened 2 lines of the story. One's dealing with the Oracle who told Nikolaus that you must kill Cassandra as a baby, and so we have to confront her. And she totally destroyed our family. Okay, this is sort of, quote, stealth. Okay, well, at least... And chat was really... I totally forgot that that's the way... The R2 is a way to stagger and to break the poise of this shield. And until we get to level 2, we could... See, if you get surrounded, you can always do that. Now, the reason why we're trying to kill all these bandits is because I want to get the clues from the Snake Temple, because that's where Barnabas said to go to, and then we can then find Elpenor that way. But this is very Neo-ish, because see, you have to see the dodge. Okay, this one's an elite enemy, so that's why it took a little bit longer. And let's loot. I want RDR2, Charles. I need that game. I need that game. I need it. I was kind of... Charles... I was kind of salty about RDR2 because I'm like, oh, I have to use all my money to pay bills. But then my friend, he's like really sweet. He wants to buy Red Dead Redemption 2 for me for like my birthday coming up. Oh, my Magic the Gathering. But Magic the Gathering isn't. I thought that was kind of a free. I thought it was kind of a free MMO type thing. Bilbo, you're right. Toast, I need that baguette. Like I could taste it now, like the crunchiness, and then the chewy center, and then like that buttery cinnamon with the brown sugar. Like that sounds so good. So Toast, are you familiar with The Hobbit? Oh my God, I haven't even paid attention. We almost shikied. But, okay, I really want to try the parry because you guys were about to shoot about counter parry, which you can, but see my timing. I got that parry off, but my timing isn't so great. Ooh, we killed the cultist guard. So now the heavy bladed, like each time you do like 50 enemies, you get an engraving, which will increase like heavy blade. So as you kill more stuff, you get these special engravings that you can engrave onto your weapons and armor, either increasing your defense. Okay, now let's... I believe the clue is probably in one of those treasures. Oh my God, Bilbo, I love The Hobbit. So after I stream, I'll probably just bury my nose in that book because I like how he writes too, because he writes very clearly and you could follow the action sequence. It's almost like you're watching the way The Hobbit is written. It's like watching a movie unfold. Because he writes in a compelling way that is easy to follow. And it's very humorous. There's a lot of humor. It's absolutely hysterical. Like the Bilbo, like the way the dwarves treat poor Bilbo. Like every time when I like throughout the whole time, I'm like, poor Bilbo. He's being tortured by these dwarves because they're so demanding. They're like, cook for me. Oh, now you have to wash all the dishes even though you cooked all of our meals. And there's like 14 of the dwarves, so he had to provide for 14 dwarves, and they didn't even wash the dishes or clean. Wait, Bilbo, why? Monster. Now that was weird. I thought I was not able to rip off large towers and only small shields, but you saw how I just ripped off that tower, and I'm like, wait a second. Right, let's see if I could time this parry. Oh, yeah, see, and then does the parry counter. So you see him stagger like once you parry, and then you hit him over the head. Okay, so I'm assuming that probably one of the treasures is in here. Yes, I remember this. This is where you do your intel. You scope out information. Oh, really? Toast? I should just read the book? But then the problem, Toast, is then I can't chat to you guys as I'm reading. Oh, there he is! That's where this dirt... He's like a total dirtbag. So this is our Dick Cheney character. He's selling weapons. He's trying to... He wanted to kill your father because the father is such a brilliant general. He's such a genius that he would definitely beat the Athenians. But he wants war to continue so he could keep plying his trade over and over and over again. Yes, we parried. Oh, I think Toast. Thank you, Bebo. Thank you so much for following Toast. But we know. Oh snap. And it's so catchy. Bilbo, I like that name, Bilbo Swaggins. It's so catchy. Because everybody knows who Bilbo Baggins is, and everyone loves... Like, if you read The Hobbit, Bilbo is absolutely lovable. Like, he's such a lovable character that you can't help but fall in love with Bilbo. So everybody knows Bilbo Baggins. He's so loved by everyone. Okay, Elpenor is really... And of course I could do... Of course I could do, like, range, but... Oh my god, see? I'm glad we didn't divulge information about our mom, because... Did you hear what he said? He said that your mother's, like, the one that they really want. And, like, but who's they? Do you see how sinister that is? Like, who's they? What do you mean they? Okay, let's back up. Because we're gonna go, we're gonna be, like, Shiki. Okay, let's do that. Oh no. Okay, we had to dodge. Now let's move up here. I'm backing. Oh wait, I'm backed up against a wall, literally. Oh, and I like the dodge. I like how he dodges. Oh, I should have parried that one. You're not a Took. No, you are a Took because Bilbo Swaggins is a Took, and that's why he's like, oh, maybe we should go into. Maybe we should do an adventure, because part of him is a Took. Oh my god. Oh, desynchronized. Okay, let's... But this is such an epic battle. This is the type of combat I like, where you have the dodges. It's not. I mean, yes, you can see that I'm clicking the R1 button over, but you have to do timing. You have to do spacing, and that's why I like Monster Hunter World, because it's very meticulous combat. You just don't do like. It's not hack and slash like a Bayonetta or God of War. Okay, the good thing is that I'm building... You know what? I wonder if I could... I don't think you could recruit Elpenor. See? The cult, that's really... Oh my god, we already have Demos. And like, who's Demos? You know? So this is very sinister. So the fact that we already have Demos, they're gonna get the mom. Oh, you've been busy, Toast, though. You've been so busy with your business. And Monster Hunter, but the thing is, Toast, the good thing is that Monster Hunter World will always be around. It's still, like, people are still playing it because they always have new stuff. I mean, yes, it's kind of rehash of Arch-Tempered, Arch-Tempered, Arch-Tempered. No Ian Kutku, no... Oh, GG. Yeah, Winter Festival would be fun. You'll get, like, the new fireworks. Oh. We're getting intel. So we want to learn about the cults and who is this Demos person. Why are they after our mom? So he confirmed that...
Killing me is a mistake.
Trusting you on Kefalonia was a
Exactly.
mistake.
That was a mistake.
I am the reason you left that island alive. The cult
Did you hear that?
wanted you dead.
What cult? Where are they?
Ugh. Okay, so that's like the second storyline is obviously the cults. Oh, look at that. This is quote lore, but I don't really know the lore of Assassin's Creed, but I think you guys are familiar with the Isu architecture.
Small shard I found on Elpenor. It's like nothing I've ever seen.
That music was so bad. I can't do Arch-Tempered Xeno'jiiva. I mean, I'll have to turn down the music, because every time when I think about that music, I think it's the instruments. It makes my stomach turn, and then the same melody over and over. Yeah, Toast, we should do co-op. I don't know. Do you think I should stream Monster Hunter World during Winter Festival, guys? Because I do miss, and then they have Tempered Pickle, and I could do Tempered Pickle like with my eyes closed, because Tempered Pickle is like really easy if you use the Lance build. And I do want to get the mini crowns for, even though it doesn't really count for the trophies, I want to get the mini crowns for Tempered Pickle. and the giant crowns and I think they made it easier to get the crowns. It does, yes, Bilbo. It does look like the Horizon Zero Dawn focus. It does. But Toast, can you comment? I think Toast, is that right? It's one of the Isu architect thing that they keep yammering about. Now, ASMR twinkle. Okay, so we're gonna now. If you see here, it says it's purple, so it's gonna be an epic gear. Nice. We completed out this temple. Yeah, that would be fun. Maybe we could co-op. Arch-tempered Xeno'jiiva. I still have to do Arch-tempered Zora Magdaros. Okay, so we could try and continue our storyline. Oh, wait a second here. Let's fix our inventory. We're level 10. So this is 11, and we got a scaled torso. Now, you could actually... The scaled torso is part of the Venom snake set, and it's really good poison build, but poison was not nearly as powerful as the fire build is like ridiculous. So as soon as we get the fire build, you'll just see how ridiculous that build is. It kills the enemies way too fast, so that it becomes hard to recruit. And I wonder if this opened up. It's still locked, so we'll talk about that. That red icon below, it says tier 7 locked. So that's like the other game element. And then we did that legendary animal, which they're really fun. They're very fun to fight. And the next quest line is consulting a ghost. So we actually confronted Alpanor. We killed him. We learned about the cult. We got the Isu architect. And we're going to do this Oracle and Prophecy. Oh, Toast says, I really need to hit the gym with some other weapons. Yeah! See, Toast, I think that's why Monster Hunter World is my game of the year. And Odyssey is a close second. I mean, Odyssey is now one of my favorite games of all time, along with the Monster Hunter franchise. But Monster Hunter World, every time when I start a new weapon, it's like playing a different game completely. Even between Lance and Gun Lance, like Gun Lance, I'm like, I cannot even negotiate Gun Lance because I haven't even practiced. And a Charge Blade, I finally learned how to do the Charge Blade. It took me 100 hours just to get sort of okay. And then like, and I never played the Lance before because Monster Hunter World game mechanics are so good, and they've made the controls much more user-friendly. So I learned the Lance, the Hunting Horn, which is something I've always wanted to play, the Greatsword, the Charge Blade. So you can see how you can easily get 1,500 hours. And I think because they have 14 weapons, I know I keep making fun of Monster Hunter World, saying it's stale, because, yeah, Endgame is kind of stale, but it's not, it's really, in reality, it's not stale, because you can always learn a new weapon. Oh my god! Bilbo 3 times with HBG, LBG, and IG. Now, I think I should learn how to use the Insect Glaive, because I never learned how to play the Insect Glaive. See, I wanted the Insect Glaive. So I didn't never ever in the past Monster Hunters. I never done Insect Glaive. I never done bow guns. I never done the Gun Lance, and I've never done Sword and Shield. So those are 4 weapons I want to learn how to do. So I can actually say I've not so much mastered, but I know how to use all the weapons. And I'm trying to learn bow, but my bow work is. Bow is actually difficult for me just because it's a ranged weapon. Wow! And BMS Insect Glaive, are we correct in saying that BMS Insect Glaive is the best Insect Glaive of the entire game, along with the BMS armor, which was made for the Insect Glaive? And I believe that the BMS armor is the meta armor because it has so much offensive power. It's absolutely ridiculous. Like, it doesn't have like crit damage plus weakness exploit plus like sheath because like if you could sheathe really quickly, that really helps a lot in terms of not wasting time sheathing and unsheathing, over and over and over again. Okay, we saw heavy bladed in depth. Let's kind of showcase daggers, because I don't think we did that. Okay, we still need a couple more for the ability points. Okay, so we actually accomplished a lot in terms of gameplay. I'm actually kind of surprised. And I am actually gonna... maybe we could do the Oracle of Delphi next stream. Oh! Wait! Bilbo, it is made from the BMF. Because you're supposed to use the BMF parts, like you need the BMF tickets. Really? Nidog. I tried HBG. Yes, I heard, but I heard with HBG you want to do like cluster bomb, cluster bomb, cluster bomb. And I'm gonna see, maybe we can kind of do... Oh my god, I haven't seen Miss Hard Mode in a long time. So Miss Hard Mode she's such a great gamer. In conclusion, we'll do this Oracle of Delphi because that's kind of our next story. And we are at the correct level because we're level 10 and this quest is level 10. And because I've kind of gotten the streaming bug, because I have a better attitude towards streaming, like not caring about viewership, I'm not caring about numbers. I just kind of enjoy being with you guys, talking and sharing rich discussions about various games, and just kind of being with you all. So I'm going to be streaming Sundays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, which I have to update. Did I update my stream elements? Yeah, so if you could see in my channel, I started adding Friday at 9 o'clock, and I want to, let's kind of raid Ms. Hard Mode. I'm not sure if she's streaming. Oh, so what I do is I put at Ms. Hard Mode, I'll be raiding soon. Okay, so we give her a warning that we'll be raiding, and then I'm going to cut and paste. Someone's saying hi in her channel already. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to channel. Exactly, Toast! It's about being with you guys, because it makes me so happy to see you, Toast, because it's been so long. It makes me so happy to be with you, Bilbo, so I can have, instead of writing Discord back and forth about Hobbit, it's so much easier to talk and discuss the genius that is The Hobbit. That book is genius. It's so fun to read. It's so well written. It's so much humor. There's action. There's character development. Like, even after the first chapter, you know what Bilbo's like. All right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to cut and paste Ms. Hard Mode, Ms. Hard Mode, Ms. Hard Mode over and over. So if you all can kind of double click, because that would give her the organic views, and then we're going to do /raid for the lurkers. And I'll see you guys on Wednesday at 8 a.m. No, not 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 9 a.m. So it's going to be Sunday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 9 a.m. And I'll fix my schedule, because I have a schedule command, but it changed. So I'll see you guys on Wednesday. What? You used to fight Nurg for the first time without even training with the weapon? That's amazing. That's amazing, Toast. That you're like really good. That's like really impressive. That's funny. Oh, yeah, so Sir Charles, thanks for being here. Thank you so much for thank you so much for being here and for all the bits. And then let's raid. Let's raid. I don't Nooble. Okay, let's raid Ms. Because she'll be like, where is she? Ms. Hard Mode. Did I spell it correctly? Yay! Alright, and then we'll go to... Do we put raid now, or what? So bye, everybody. I'll see you all Wednesday early morning, 9 a.m. Take it easy, guys. We'll say hi in Ms. Hard Mode stream.